Hello world, it's me again, the Senator Smooth and Rude, Don Tesla. This the Mansion in the Sky podcast, and we coming to you live from the 7-5, cause why? We global, baby, yeah. Hey, we got a whole array of topics for you. We got something coming from the 757, then also we have something in the technology realm, and before that, ain't I handsome? Y'all see, if y'all follow the D&D podcast all that time, y'all seen me with the locks or whatever, and it was time. It was time to do something different. It was time, and I'm not looking back, and neither should you. Anything you do it. Step in it. Be bold. Don't look back. But we're gonna start this off with the word of the day. Word of the day today is uncouth. It's an adjective. Means to be awkward and uncultivated in appearance or manner or behavior, and or lacking in polish and grace, basically rugged. So the stories that I have for you today, it is some uncouth behaviors going on, foul. It's messed up for real. Just predatory behaviors going on, and I mean I get it. You know, where where's the opportunity? People gonna go. You know, they're gonna go. They're gonna do what they need to do. I get it. I understand. But man, it's a cold world. It's a cold world. So we're gonna get into the first story. First story is gonna be about the Hampton Tinder Swindler. The Hampton Tinder Swindler scheme targeted Navy sailors. So this is my neck of the woods right here. A Hampton man has pleaded guilty to stealing money in a scheme using Tinder and other means to get money from Navy sailors, many involving Navy Federal Credit Union accounts. This man goes by the name of Traquan M. Smith of Hampton. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud and aggravated identity theft on March 8th in federal court. Applaud. For once, we see the judicial system actually putting in work and doing what it's supposed to do. Because we know a whole lot of times when they haven't done what they're supposed to do. They just be, they be acting. So anyways, move right along. His sentencing is scheduled for August 8th, 2022, and he faces up to 32 years in prison, although actual sentences are typically lower than the maximum. But he also must pay restitution to the fraud victims. So, according to a statement of facts filed March 8th in federal court, Smith recruited at least 5 co-conspirators to help him defraud people through various means between April 2020 and October 2021. So this went on for almost 2 years. You know, and my point of this story is gonna be, I respect your ambition, but you gotta have vision. If you're that smart to scam people out of their bread and their money, you could have hired those 5 people, got you a LLC, got you a business, built that up, made that an incorporation, and made just as much money. I get the logic. I get it. It makes sense. It's fucked up, but I get it. If you gonna go harder, go harder. I get it. It makes sense. But it's just like, man, you gotta do better than that. You know, gotta do better than that, man. So moving right along. So according to documents, Smith and his co-conspirators, they posed as Navy Federal Credit Union employees and contacted account holders to get information to gain access to their accounts. They also targeted sailors in the Navy by posing as women interested in romantic relationships on apps such as Tinder. They also used accounts they previously accessed by phishing to transfer funds to other targeted sailors. So basically, um, sending emails to people, um, posing as somebody that they know to get sensitive information. Two, you can also phishing is also like using familiar websites and things like that. Like I wouldn't say YouTube or Google, but something like a type of Shopify, something like that, like a web, any kind of website. But technology and people are getting so much more sophisticated that they're they're being able to mask everything. I mean, you have VPNs out here, very private networks out here where you can protect yourself, you can protect your information, but you can also get around walls, firewalls, um, security, anything. It's a million and one ways to get people's information, and that's what the next topic is going to be about also. But I want to finish up on this one too. They asked sailors to withdraw their illegally transferred funds, often through a ploy that they were helping a relative in the Navy who was trying to send them money. See, it's messed up. It's like, you know, it's good people in the world. It really is good people in the world. You know, you want to trust people, you want to help people out, but you can know someone for years, and whole time they could have been plotting on you. You know, and it sucks to suck for real. It sucks to suck. I pray it never happens to me. I pray it never happens to anybody who's watching this. But I'm just saying, it sucks. It sucks to suck. All right, man. You in this day and age, you never know. Like I know, I know my mom's, raised by my mom's, recovering son, husband, whatever. I don't care. Um, she never ordered anything offline. Nowadays, I don't know what she doing. I'm grown, she grown, so I'm not dead. I'm not following her bank account. I'm not following her spending habits, so I don't know what she do. But I'm just saying that whenever I wanted some shoes or something like that, and I seen them online, she would be like, nah, because you can't try them on. But you know what? That was smart because nowadays everything's running off the internet. Businesses, everything. I mean, we even have the metaverse now. I mean, we've been living in the metaverse for a long time. And I mean, people are complaining about getting, not complaining, but reporting being groped and raped in the metaverse. I mean, it's crazy out here. So I just want the millennials and anybody who watches this to be aware that it's crazy shit. It's real. It's really real. It's really, really real. All right, so they also met sailors by, of course, on the internet, and met in person in various parts of Eastern VA. So 757, Gloucester. Um, well, I mean it's Hampton, so this area. Um, to obtain the fraudulent proceeds. In April 2021, Smith and his co-conspirators gained access to a victim's account by posing as a bank employee, alerting them about a fraudulent purchase. They then transferred $18,750 to another person's bank account. Smith and the others then convinced the second victim to withdraw about $9,500 under false pretenses and hand it over in cash at Rosie's Gaming Emporium in Hampton. That's That's a casino. The victim withdrew an additional 3,000 in cash at Swami Food Store in Hampton, and then 11 money orders for $500 each at Western Union inside a Food Lion store. So, mm, yeah, Smith and his co-conspirators did similar transactions several times to multiple people and gained tens of thousands of dollars from the fraudulent exchanges. And I mean, you just look how much money they got off of people. 91,000 straight got their ass. Got them. And this is what it is. This is the new drug dealing. Scamming. Like, you know, when I was growing up, coming up, whatever. Not whatever, cause it's not whatever. I mean, it is what it is. You don't know a man unless you live what he live. But you know, when I first really started getting serious with music and entertainment, it was all about peace, love, and equality, and it's still about that. But I wanted to be like a martyr. I wanted to go against the grain. I wanted to kind of just be like, Martin Luther King or Malcolm or um, Evers. One of those guys, go against the system, rage against the system, bring people together, especially black people. And one individual, I always called him my rap advisor. Nothing but love for that guy, man. His name was Dre. Nothing but love for him. And he's like, that sounds sweet or whatever, cool, but it's not gonna happen. You want to make positive music, and that's cool, but that's not what that is. That's not what that industry is. That's not what the music industry is. Yes, of course, it is artists out there making positive music for the masses that people are singing to this day. But some of the most popular songs and music is about drug use. Like, do you like pina coladas? It's about a dude and his wife. They was cheating on each other. And they put in an advertisement in the paper. And the advertisement was like, hey, it was basically like, long story short, it was like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to hang out with and possibly pipe down or get piped. Meet me at this bar. And they end up meeting each other at the same damn time, at the same damn bar. So I say all that to say, with the good, you have to have bad. Everything is about balance. It's about balance. It just, it's not gonna work without balance. It's not. So I get it. I understand it. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks that you can't just surf on IG and there are people who are running these platforms that you enjoy and making money. Is great. It's awesome. It's the shit. You need money. But then there are companies that want your information. They want your data. I gotta smile when the camera goes out of focus. But they want your data. They want to know your every move, everything that you do. They want to control you. So I get it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, I'm pretty much at the end of this article. I don't want to go too long on this topic because I do want to move it to the next one. Court documents state the forging the foregoing victims of the fraud schemes are almost all junior members of the United States Navy and of limited financial means. They suffer hardships from the defendant and his co-conspirators scheme and artifice to defraud. So, I mean, hey, let me finish this up before I wrap it up. According to authorities, Smith also tricked one of his co conspirators into telling him sensitive information about the investigation into the scheme after he realized she had been in contact with the authorities. He confronted her, which ended in a violent altercation in a car that resulted in Smith slamming her head into the passenger window, pulling out part of her hair extensions and choking her. Yeah, he's pulling out that wig, pulling on that hair, pulling on the hair. Look, if you that damn smart to pull that off and make that much, look how much money they got. This is this is over 100. This is close to 200,000 right here in a year. That's in a little over what it say from April 2020 to August. So yeah, a little over a year. So about a year. That's a we're just gonna say that's a $200,000 business right there. If you got the mind to do that and to have five other employees, too damn smart for your own fucking good. You could have put that energy somewhere else. But you decided to be a fuck boy. Good for you. I just want you to know that it sucks to suck. It sucks to suck. That's messed up. Them people work hard for that money. And you came and you stole from them? Man, I'm not from the streets. I grew up with a lot of people who was in the streets. They told me stay out the streets. So that's what I did. And one thing they said, or they taught me, was that people who steal are just as bad as people who lie. And you can't trust them. Straight up. So I stopped stealing after that. Because I didn't want people to not trust me. I didn't want people to think that, well, if I stole this dollar off the table, then they might not say something. But now in the back of their mind, they're like, Don is a thief. He gonna steal. Like they used to do that. Man, they used to do them tricks all the time. Leave $20 on the table. Just leave it. Like they would have gave it to me or gave it to whoever if they would have asked. But they just wanted to see if they could trust you. So they'll leave the $20 on the table. And if it was gone, they knew who took it. They knew what was up. They might not have said something, or they might have said something. But too damn smart for your own good. You hired employees. You had to came up with a scheme. You talented at talking to people, manipulating people, salesman right there. Salesman. Wasted potential. Wasted potential. That's a waste. Moving right along. Staying uncouth. Uncouth as fuck. And the people who do stuff like this, uncouth as fuck. We're not even gonna use the Merriam. Y'all know sometimes I can't talk right. We're not even gonna use their definition or their sentences. We're gonna make our own. Uncouth as fuck. Let me see where I'm at. All right, cool. So moving right along into the technology segment of the Mansion in the Sky podcast. Now we're talking about hackers. Still staying in this, really in the same realm of everything, or staying on the same topic of really what the first topic was of the show, talking about the Hampton Tinder swindler. Um, Hackers are targeting your cell phones like never. I got a story about this. So this isn't necessarily a cell phone being hacked, but this was Instagram account being hacked. Two accounts. Um, Guy that I work with. Um, like when we talk to each other, we talk shit like yo, what's up, bitch? Like, what the fuck you doing? Like, yo, you seen this? Like, we be sending each other stupid stuff, you know? Like, just one of those friends that you could just send whatever it is that you looking at, and you ain't even gotta think about it. Like, it could be like a dog blowing up a balloon or some shit, and then grilling outside, like dumb shit. Like, you could one of those friends that you could send something like that to. So when I realized that the message that this hacker was sending to me wasn't him, I was like, let me holler at him. So go to my friend or whatever. I'm like, hey bro, is your account hacked? Cause you know how we interact. You know how we talk. This account was like, hey, how are you? I'm like, bruh, we don't even talk like that. It's like, yo, you good? Fucks up. Where the fuck you at? Type shit like that. So he's like, yeah, my account's been hacked for a couple weeks now. I'm like, what? So me being dumb, I started talking ish back. Like, hey, bro, like, I don't know who you are, but you know, this some uncouth shit. Um, Fuck you. Yeah, like whatever. And long story short, this motherfucker started pulling up information about me. I'm like, you know what? I'ma fall back. I'm gonna fall back. I'm not even gonna mess with you. Cause now I'm entering into a world I don't even know nothing about. Not for real. So that's why I'm bringing this to you, to you guys. Waiting on this camera to get back in focus. But that's why I'm bringing this to you guys, cause this is essential. Like the day and times that we moving into, if you don't understand if you don't know how to protect yourself, like we living in a day and time where you got to talk to strangers. Like you got to be cool with strangers. Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, Shipped, Amazon Flex, Amazon. Everything is done by strangers. Gig economy. Um, Metaverse, NFTs. That's just the world that we living in. Like my age group, that's my target audience. But I know people gonna feel me, especially as I get more episodes under my arms. I get more. I say under my arms as I get more episodes in. But when I was growing up, they told us don't talk to strangers. Straight up. That's how you. That's how you get banked, jumped. That's how you get beat up, robbed. You get jugged, scammed, all of that. Talking to strangers, cause they gonna see you as an easy lick. But now everything is done by strangers. You see, and if you think about it, 10, 15, 20 years, that's a short amount of time. especially when you thinking on the grand scheme of the world. It's a short amount of time. It's a short amount of time. The world's been here what, 365 billion or trillion years? What's 20 years to that? That's a drop in a bucket. That's nothing. That's nada. Poco. Poco Espanol. But getting straight into the article. So hackers are targeting your cell phones like never. And this was dropped 2 days ago. The pandemic has made hold on before I, is this the full thing? See y'all? Hold on. Hold on. See all comments. Hold up. There you go. Alright. Let's see. Can y'all see everything? Alright, cool. Alright, so the pandemic has made mobile devices an essential part of every business, but it has also led to cyber criminals targeting smartphone users. A report by mobile cybersecurity firm Zimperium, Zimperium, claims more than 10 million mobile devices across 214 countries were affected by mobile threats last year. The company's Z Labs cybersecurity research arm claims mobile malware is the most prevalent threat. I believe this article does explain what malware is. I'll look it up in a second. As it was encountered by nearly 25% mobile endpoints within Zimperium's global customer base. From January 1st to December 31st, 2021, the Z Labs team detected more than 2 million new mobile malware strands, meaning more than 5,000 new strands appeared every single day of the year. Goodness gracious. Mobile phishing grows. Next to malware is phishing. Going back to the last article, attacks in which threat actors assume someone else's identity in a bid to phish out sensitive information from unsuspecting targets. Zimperium analyzed more than 500,000 phishing sites last year. See, that's how you know. Hey, look, I try to talk to my mama. I try to talk to the baby boomers, but I get it. They ain't worried about them no more. They are not worried about them. They barely worried about me. I mean, hey, I'm 30 going on 24. Ah, shoot, I've been 30, 20. I've been 30 going on 23 for a minute. 20. I'm 24. 30 going on 24. Anyways, um, yeah, everything's online. It's online. If you got a business and it ain't online, it means you are very successful from word of mouth, or your shit about to go out of business. Anyways, Zimperium analyzed more than 500,000 phishing sites last year and found that the number of mobile specific websites grew by 50%. What's more, 75% of phishing sites the researcher analyzed targeted specifically mobile devices. Not only have phishing attacks grown in number, but also in their sophistication, just like the Hampton Tinder Swindler. He found who he wanted to target, the Navy boys, and got their ass. These motherfuckers too damn smart for their own fucking good. You gotta protect yourself. Just like when you out here and you laid up with some jello, you know? The researchers claim the percentage of phishing sites using HTTPS has had a steady growth rate from less than 40% in 2019 to almost 60% last year. The use of HTTPS protocol makes it a lot harder for users to distinguish legitimate sites from fake ones. That also goes into I forget exactly what it's called, but let's say for example, I'm famous and somebody wants to broadcast a message using my face, but it's their message. They have technology where you can scan people's faces and put out these messages, and it's so real. Just like when you go, it's a filter. It's basically a filter. This this is where we are now. This in this case, this is not a filter. This is not a filter. This is just a website. But gotta start using more sites like DuckDuckGo and VPNs. So that's where I am with it. I'm gonna read a well. I'm almost done with it. This is a short article. Not only have phishing attacks, yeah, I read that. In 2 short years, our work environment became way more complex and sophisticated than it was at the beginning of 2020 pandemic. Fake demic, whatever. From the poke. Uh, this distributed and hybrid workforces, ever connected devices, high speed 5G connectivity, and increased critical data access from remote locations have spread enterprises worldwide. This level of mobile connectivity will remain the expectation for workers, customers, and enterprises for decades to come. But today's cybersecurity built was not built to support these environments, and attackers know it. Organizations need to come to terms with how to effectively secure this new reality, and this research will provide critical visibility and insight to help get there. So, with that being said, I'm getting ready to close it up. I'm getting ready to lock it up. But this is a very, very real thing. It's very real. You have to take care of your data and what you do online because it's easy to get got. It's easy to get got when you set up these accounts on these social media platforms to what is it? You have two passwords. Two passwords straight up. Two passwords. VPNs. Use sites like DuckDuckGo. Stay away from Google as much as you can. Saving passwords and things like that. Stay away from that. Take it back to the old school just a little bit. It's hard. I doubt I'm going to be able to do it. But I'm just saying. Try and remember your passwords. Shit. I say don't really write them down. But if you got to write them down somewhere, write them hoes down. Write them down. Don't leave them online. It's too, look. I'm gonna leave you with this story. Then I'm gonna roll out. A couple years ago, I lost a cell phone at my job, and how we got from employee parking to the site was let me put this back. Was We took the bus. Like the job they provided transportation from employee parking to the site. So after I got off the bus, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know. I was playing with my phone, whatever. Lost it. And I took like 10 steps. Security guard checked my badge. I went to go pat my pockets and turned around, tried to retrace my steps, and my phone was gone. So about an hour later, after I did some work, then I got on the computer, opened up my account, my Google account or a Gmail account, because my phone and the Gmail, they were connected. So from there, what do you know? I tracked the location of where my phone went from a random computer. Straight up tracked it. And I drove to that location. Couldn't find it, didn't find it. But I seen the exact route that my phone went. And how I knew somebody picked up my phone and tried to do something with it is because that particular route, I never took that route. Not in the time period that it was saying. I didn't take that route. So that's how I knew somebody took my phone. So if it was that easy for someone like me, who, yeah, I am a genius, I'm the man of the year. Feel like it. It was that easy for me to track my phone. What do you think someone who knows how to code and hack systems and softwares and create softwares and create code for artificially intelligent beings? What you think they gonna do? How you think they gonna act? Huh? Just imagine if the Hampton Tinder Swindler, he was a hacker. Like a real hacker. Like how you be seeing in the movies. Except he was him. Shoot, he might have took everybody's money out the 757. He might have ran everybody. Nah, somebody would have caught up with him, but like, nah. Somebody would have got him. But there are ways to protect yourself. And it's just the wave. It's the wave. So get with it, or just become somebody who's gonna be saying it sucks to suck. Protect your shit. Straight up. Like, I know at least a handful of people who have had their accounts hacked for no reason at all. And people try to hack mine. And my accounts, they alert me. They let me know. Like, hey, look, some fuck boys or girls try to hack your shit. What you about to do? You about to be lazy and let them do what they want to do, or you about to change these passwords? So I just go up there, change passwords, do what I gotta do, and I get out. And I don't really have no problems. Ain't no telling what's out there. If they want it that bad, they gonna get it. That's just what it is. You know. So this the Mansion in the Sky podcast. This episode number 1. Stick with me. I got a whole lot more to come. It's gonna get a whole lot better, and I think this episode is pretty damn good right here. So this the Senator Smooth and Rude, and this the Don, and I signal out.